What is up, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Hope you guys had a great weekend. As you guys know, I have Porsche Brembos that I'm putting onto this, and a big help with ECS Tuning for supporting us with this process. And again, a big shout out to Chevy as well for helping out with this process as well for doing the accessory kit. Couldn't really do it without either of their support, along with all the other help. So we got the Porsche Brembo brakes, and I powder coated those, I rebuilt those as you guys saw in the previous videos. So they've been sitting here. So I have two sets of Brembos. So one for the Porsche, those are for my X5. Those X5 ones, gonna go onto that, but I need to do that. But so these are the rears. The rears fit fine. I need to put this on. These are the fronts. What I was sold for these to be a direct fit for these, it was gonna be a plug and play, and they will fit. But whenever I connected everything up, these were a shy too big. So these are 345mm rotors. A little too big, so then instead of going back and forth, I went to AutoZone, picked up a 325 rotor, and just a mock fit to test to see if this will actually clear or not. If this clears, then we're money, we got it, then we're ready. We're gonna set these back and get the performance one to match these, match that one. So basically what we're going to be doing today is actually fit the rears today, along with test fit the fronts, because one, I need the brakes in the rear because the rear doesn't have brakes, and I need a test fit to make sure I have brakes, because I gotta take it to Drive Shaft King and have the drive shaft made for this car. So I want to be able to make sure I have brakes in the car, and be able to, I have to also put the axle nut back onto the axle. That's a rookie mistake that I need to do, but I am well aware that I have to do that. So that's what we're going to be working on today. I know it's a lot in this video, and I know the previous videos were pretty short, and I know I didn't really show too much on putting the motor in, but yeah, today we're going to show you guys, we're going to be doing it today. But yeah, so first thing first, we're going to be removing the wheels. I know the rears fit, so I'm not going to be testing those yet, or I'm not going to put those on yet. I'm going to put those on last. The main thing is the fronts, because I'm trying to figure out what to do with these calipers if the fronts don't fit. Either I get them machined, but then that's taking a gamble if it may or may not fit. So that's the thing. I'm trying to play with the different size rotors before I consider machining them. So taking off the wheel, taking off the front rotors and calipers for this one wheel, because I only have the left side rotor, and we'll go from there. What we're going to be doing next, so these are the stock rotors off the 325 CI, stock rotors and calipers, not stock rotors, but you know, stock fitment. So we're going to be removing these calipers. So it's pretty much like a 16 mil that's going in the back. I'm literally just taking it off the knuckle, so removing it off the knuckle, so I don't have to worry about removing the caliper, then the knuckle, just removing it straight off the one piece, pulling it off, and then that way I can just pull the rotor off, test fit the new rotor, and I'll put in like a bolt or two, or see if this Allen key will fit, and go from there. So I'm gonna be taking off the rear rotor, or front rotor. Wow, I cannot speak. I'm gonna be taking off the front caliper. We removed the calipers, the two 16mm bolts. Move that to the side. Remove that. I do need to take off this lock, security lock. Do that. The rotor just comes right off. Cool. So this rotor is off, and there's security. I'm gonna go grab the new rotor, and we're gonna compare it. Okay, so this is the new M3 rotor, and again I have a 325 CI. This is a 325 CI, and this is the difference between those two. So I'm hoping with the new ones it'll clear. So what I gotta do is I gotta get the bracket, put the bracket on first. And then what we're going to do is put on this M3 rotors and compare and see how it actually fits. Again, everything that I'm using today and showing you guys today, besides the AutoZone part, is all from ECS Tuning, and I'm going to put everything down in the description so that way you guys can check it out for y'all's builds. Highly suggest it, great quality parts, couldn't do anything without them. Big help. So for the basically what we have to do for the adjustments is we have to shave a little bit of this knuckle, like basically rounding this portion up. So I'm gonna be using the Dremel to be doing that portion, but basically that's what we're gonna be doing, so that way this bracket can actually sit flush a little bit. yeah, that's pretty much it, because this portion is rounded, so it's fine. This portion is going to be trimmed up and then kind of shaped a little bit. So we're working at it with my grinder, so we're going to be doing that. But of course, please make sure with whatever you're doing is you're wearing goggles. We have the bracket in, so that one's set. So now we gotta just put the rotor and caliper on, and I'm literally crossing fingers that this fits. Alright, so we have the bigger rotor in. So this is factory one. Now we just gotta remove the hardware from this, and I'm literally hoping that this actually clears and all my problems are solved, because I've honestly ordered this kit since like June of last year. And I'm like so upset that this doesn't fit whenever it happened, and like I promised at some shows I would have this ready, and I failed to deliver, and that's on my behalf. So this is it. We're gonna put it on, crossing fingers, and we'll see it. So as you guys can see, it actually does clear where this gapping is, but I don't know if this is correct, where the pads are not gonna be aligned all the way, which is what I'm confused about. Like before, the other rotor would go bumper to bumper, and I'll put that other one back on and just to see, but this is frustrating. This is very frustrating. So now we have the M3 345 CSL rotors that were actually meant for this swap. My problem is I'm barely getting clearance, and as I'm looking at other calipers, other brakes, so like even for my X5, if I look at it, it's very to the T, very close. So I kind of think, I mean, it's not supposed to be like, whenever I was testing it, I don't know what I was doing, or I don't know what, but it just wouldn't fit. So like every time I turn it, you hear the little grinding noise. So I don't know, maybe I have too much powder on this powder coat or what, but let me try playing it around and seeing. So let me put that up and I'll show you guys. Just putting a little grease within here just for a little extra lube. I don't know what I did today, but they actually fit. Like, look, I have clearance there and I have clearance on the bottom. You guys can't see it, but like, again, this is just kind of sitting on it. But once these get bolted up properly, there's clearance on them, as you guys can kind of see. But it's because like these aren't really secured onto it, as you guys can see. But they clear and it's flush. I don't know what happened. And as you guys can see, the pistons are actually pretty aligned. Like, this is the way it's supposed to be. What? I don't understand. I really don't. I tried this 4 times and this wouldn't fit. It wouldn't work. Well, I guess let me grab the brake pads and calipers, brake pads and brake line, and test it up and make sure it fits. This is great. This is phenomenal. I'm so excited. Wow. Guys, I've been sitting here staring at this and I'm like, I can't believe it fits. Like, okay, I've tried this 4 to 5 times and every single time I failed. And it wouldn't fit, it wouldn't clear, like it wouldn't go in all the way, and I didn't know what was going on, like absolutely. And now it fits. So I'm gonna try to get the brake pads in and all that stuff and figure out where the brake line goes and go from there and put the hardware in. And I have all this hardware, so we should be good for that, and we'll put that in and let's see how this goes. Honestly, I'm still puzzled on how this fits. Didn't fit for me several times. I don't know. I don't know. I've tried several different rotors, everything. I don't know. But hey, I'm happy it fits. Like, this is long overdue. This car, like, it's been waiting. I have front and rear for this, and I've been waiting so long for this. So happy, but so upset. Alright boys, so we're in another dilemma. Alright, so main thing is the brake rotors and calipers, they fit. Thank goodness. I don't know what I did different than previous time, but it fits. And it's not the powder coating, it's not the rotor, it's not the caliper, and they fit. But the other dilemma is I can't get these brake pads in. The reason why, I don't have a tool to compress the pistons to go in further for the brake pads to slip in. But that's easy. I know that this will fit, and I know that because I tested it within the Brembo before, within like testing it, mocking it up. But that fits. So what I'm actually going to be doing is go ahead and taking off all the rest of the wheels and go ahead and mounting up all the rotors and pads, rotors and calipers. The rears I know will fit, and I think may need to be compressed as well. But that's the easy part. That's easy. So what I'm gonna leave this as it is. Put the wheels underneath. That way, I mean, it'll be fine with the lift. And then I went ahead and ordered one on Amazon really quick, and it'll be here tomorrow. Woo, baby! We got the passenger side already on. Test fitted, works perfectly fine. There's enough clearance on top and bottom, so we are good. Of course, this is dirty, but that's it. Again, I couldn't put the brake pads in because I don't have them. I have the pads with me. I need to go get the little ratcheting tool. Should be here tomorrow. So these fronts are done and mocked up. As you guys saw that I had to do a little bit of grinding on the knuckle just to basically make it smooth for it to go on. The last thing I have to do the rear. The rears need to be put on. Rears, I gotta be careful. I gotta move this first off because I cannot have fuel and sparks. Yeah, boom. So just to give you guys an update, so as you guys are aware, I have the 325 Ci BMW, and I had put the rear M3 rear subframe, so that way we have beefier axles and beefier diff, and again everything just bolts right up, and I can use my regular struts. So as you guys can see, what I had to do is I had to trim some of the brake dust. I'm trying to keep it because I removed my brake dust from on my cord, and it gets caked on really bad. So this one pretty much just lines right up perfectly, and I shaved a little bit on the top so that way it doesn't hit the bolt. We're back and better than ever, and a big shout out to ECS for sending out a birthday gift for us. And then so we got the rears on as well. As you can see, we have the front and the rears. Everything's all bolted up. Everything fits properly, and I'm super excited for it. We got enough clearance, what we need. So here's the thing. Now, I just need to fit the brake pads and the brake line and the hardware for it, and then we're pretty solid. So we actually got this tool to actually spread the pistons back. So we're gonna be doing that, spreading the pistons back in a little bit more, so that way we can actually put the pads in. And I got the Brembo logo, so we're gonna be putting that on today. I got a couple of different sizes because I didn't know which ones we needed. Because I think these would be great for the front, and then these should be for the rear. But I got two more of the big ones just in case, and I got some for my big old X5 as well. So we're gonna be putting those on. We have our brake lines from ECS Tuning. We also have brand new hardware as well, and our brake pads. It's pretty much the last step to this. I'm gonna link everything for all of this down in the description of everything you guys gonna need for this project. Again, this is like literally the cheapest, not the cheapest, but like you'll save a lot more money doing it this route versus doing actual BMW Brembos. But honestly, these pads just gonna slide in. I'm just gonna do it, and because it's kind of pretty self-forward, you take the pads, you just slide it in. But these are for the fronts. You just slide it in. Then there's this little lock collar. Let me go ahead and show you guys. It's locked with a retainer, and so this goes in. This compresses. Bolt goes through here, and we'll slide through here to here. Just holding the pads in its place. And we have a locking pin right over there as well. And these are brand new brake lines, so I'm gonna be putting all of this on, and just gonna go ahead and get that taken care of. I'm gonna go ahead and get that stuff taken care of because I do need both my hands for this project. But honestly, after that, we just bleed it, and I'll do a separate video on how to bleed the brakes, especially for a big brake kit. There's actually a certain way that you're supposed to do them. But yeah. So another thing is, this car is supposed to, we're trying to shoot for Hot Imports Night on May something. May 5th, May 9th, it's Saturday or Sunday, I forgot. But it's gonna be down in the description, so we're gonna try to get this car there and running. So that's gonna be May, so we got 2 months. I'm sure we can do this. If not, something's wrong. Like something happened if we don't make it out. But we're making it out. We're gonna be doing another car, bring that car there, and we're gonna bring another car as well. So we got a couple surprises. So come out to Hot Imports Night. So that's basically it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Smash the subscribe button. Again, everything that you guys need for this swap using the Porsche Brembos, OEM Brembos on the BMW E46. All that stuff's gonna be down in the description. And again, big shout out to ECS Tuning for being on board with this project. Couldn't really do it without them. But again, we're on our way to 10,000 subscribers. So smash the subscribe button, like the videos, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.